to Sarah's table. Pew, pew, pew. Finger, guns. I feel like I'm coming into this with a lot of frantic energy. Welcome. Hi. Hi. My name's Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm going to be your game master tonight. I'm going to be your favorite person. I'm going to remind you to have some water. Everybody should have some water, whether you are watching at home or on the stream. It's just good practice. Delightful.
It's refreshing.
It's refreshing. It's the snack you need to live. Water. Listen, it's been a weird week for a lot of reasons. And I have gathered this team of folk back again. Finally, I'm super excited about it. And we are going to be playing Badge Quest once again. We are going to be finishing up our delightful adventure. And I know we all remember exactly what happened in the first session. I'm sure you at home all remember exactly what happened in the first session. But, you know, we're going to go over it again just for everyone's benefit. But before we do, quick safety discussion. You know the drill. It's really important as a responsible game master, player to table, human being. So here on Sarah's table, you will never find sexual violence, violence against children, withholding food as punishment, or starvation. With this particular campaign arc, we are avoiding suicide and violence toward domesticated animals. We are, okay, all playing children. So like the violence against children thing. These children will be in dangerous situations, but it will not be a violence-y sort of situation.
Nobody will die.
Nobody will die. Nobody dies in this situation. Hey, people on this call, who are you? I'm going to start at the bottom of my screen, which is probably not the bottom of the screen that you all are looking at. Bob, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hello, I am Bob, he, him. I am playing Tree, or Teresa, who is the enforcer of this group.
It's true. But, like, also just, like, the sweetest little muffin.
Try to be super sweet and just do all the things. I'll help all the people.
Just
learn
so
all the
nice.
things.
Yeah. And is, like, 100 feet tall.
Yeah, 6'6". I mean,
yeah,
give or take.
Yeah, and but just remind me how old Tree is.
I think Tree's like 13.
Yeah. Excellent. We love it. All right. Let's keep it in the family. I'm going to hop over to Kiley. Kiley, tell me about you.
Hello, my name is Kiley, she, her pronouns. And today I am playing Catherine Kitty Jones. She is the leader of this group. She's rebellious and impatient, but with Tree as her sibling, they've lived a very sheltered life.
Oh, shelter. Also, I will say, self-appointed leader of this group.
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely. And then we have just like our other delightful little weirdo. Ellie, tell us about you and your character.
I'm Ellie. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Raincloud, who goes by Rain. She grew up in a hippie commune, so she's not great at interacting with people. Very small, like maybe half the size of Tree, and just trying her best to live among the civilized folks.
So I feel like that's true of all of us. In our heart, we're all just trying our best to live amongst the civilized folk.
Some days we do better than other days.
Yeah, gosh. So what happened in the first session with these three delightful, always playing by the rules kind of kids?
We sold at least a box of cookies. I remember that.
$1.
And we bought some snacks.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because that is what will help us on our
Yes.
adventure.
Mhm.
Snacks.
Snacks are important. We ventured to the commune.
Yep.
The commune where I grew up.
Yeah.
Because your uncle died.
Yes.
Under
right?
mysterious circumstances.
Yes. That is correct.
We met the only kid that we met. I can only think of him as the pig pen from Charlie Brown. I don't remember what his name was.
Twister.
That's right.
Oh yeah, Twister. Wow, I was so wrong.
I don't know why I remembered that.
Because he came in like a tornado.
Mhm.
I remembered I had a cat in my backpack the whole time.
You sure did. Yeah, I was like, here's a mystery. And the three of you were like, there are goats on this
Animals.
farm. So that is what I shall be doing for the next 2 hours. And I was like, cool. That sounds great. Listen, I love that you have a clear path. That's what I want to do with my
we try our best.
No, I love it.
Animals are the most important.
Yeah. What is the important stuff? Cats and goats.
Mhm.
And there's maybe a couple pigs on the farm.
They're up next. That's where we're going next.
You were
Yeah.
all trying to scheme on how you could get something home without your parents noticing it.
Because we are allowed one fish that lives in the living room,
It's a communal fish.
the communal fish.
There is no petting, no pettable pets allowed. Something that can be behind glass and never come out. Your parents sound great.
They're so awesome.
They're my favorite.
So great.
They're super cool. We love them so much.
That's cool. So there was a couple of other things that happened on the commune. Do we remember what they were?
I remember we went in search of the truck. Because there's only one truck. And it was at the lake. And when we went to go find the truck, because the lake
against my better judgment, because
Against
we are
your
land people, not
You are-
lake people.
Yes, you are land people. I forgot about that. That was so good. We went and then we woke up with no memory of anything that happened. I remember that.
All muddy. Tree's hair was down, which was a big thing because she doesn't ever take her hair down.
The sheriff showed up.
There it is.
Yeah.
The
Sheriff
sheriff.
showed up and said the creepy dude with the nice shoes that was very mean is missing.
The creepy real estate guy.
Yeah.
The shiny shoes.
And I told
Was he
the
a
sheriff
lawyer 'cause he
everything
had the
because I am a
billboard?
tattletale.
Oh, true.
I don't know that he is a lawyer. He reminded you of the lawyer on the billboard.
That's right. That's right.
That's true. There we go.
I don't know. Maybe to you that's good enough. That's how
No,
you get your
that's perfectly
job.
fine.
Yes. He must be a lawyer.
Oh,
He must
we
be
have
a lawyer.
we have his number, the sheriff's number in our phone because he is 911.
Correct.
Yes, that's right. He is the only 911.
He is
Well,
the
because
911.
The emergency line that you can either call your parents or you can call emergency services, and where you are at, it just calls
Calls his
rings.
cell phone.
It's just not a lot happens out here. There's not a lot of folk out in this area. Yeah, I'm sure that's how those phones work.
Yeah.
Listen, people watching
Perfect.
at home, I don't want to hear anything about how those phones work because in our world, that is how they
Suspension of disbelief.
Yes, this is our technology. We made it up.
obviously. I wouldn't put it past Kitty and Tree's parents to be like, no, you can call who I said you can call, and it's me or the sheriff, whatever town you're in.
That's it.
You know what's up. All right. So you are heading back tomorrow morning. I don't know why your parents let you go to a commune.
And stay the night.
You didn't stay the
I feel
night.
like there
times.
was like a sleepover with my parents, and it wasn't exactly implied where.
Where?
That was not asked.
No, that seems correct. Yeah, it does also seem like your parents would go, yeah, at home. Because
Oh,
that
yeah,
is
absolutely. Meaning the commune.
meaning the commune. That's where home is. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Excellent. So you have woken up in the morning. You don't have your memories. Some stuff is missing. Your hair tie is gone. So maybe it was a special scrunchie that you always wore. It's not here anymore. You're also missing like bits. I feel like your backpacks are still there, right? You still have like your stuff. I think that there's like a scarf or a jacket, something that you wore. Something from each of you is missing. So we know that it's Tree's scrunchie. Kitty, what are you missing?
It can't be my friendship bracelet because that's my luck charm.
Yeah. They would have to pry that off your cold dead body. Like,
yes,
that is not.
She would take that with her to the grave.
This is coming with me.
And I think we took our shoes off because Kitty was super excited about not having to wear shoes.
Yeah, you guys kicked them off in the first 35 seconds of the adventure. You were like, no shoes, what up? Like, I don't need them.
No, these are first uppers.
Maybe she's missing her sweater.
Okay.
She had a cardigan.
Mm-hmm. Is this a beloved sweater or is this I had to wear this because my mom said so?
This is probably this is my nice cardigan that I wear when we go nice places. And since my parents probably knew we were going to a funeral, they put us in our nice clothes.
Okay.
She's not quite upset that it's gone because it's a little itchy.
Okay. Excellent. What about Rain?
Rain is missing her like patchwork pocket handkerchief that she likes. It's made out of old clothes and stuff, reduce, reuse, recycle. And she just carries it around. It's super useful. You can like carry berries in it and stuff if you need to.
Yeah, it's probably not super useful as a handkerchief anymore. It's probably pretty dirty.
It works.
Sure. Yes, you are correct.
But there's also a lot of stains on it for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you are missing all these things. The last time you remember having them was prior to going to the lake. What would you like to do?
Well, that's weird. So should we call the sheriff now? Because something's gone wrong?
I mean, I don't see why not. I don't have a distrust of authority yet, so.
Well, we're really like examining some stuff about ourselves here, right? Like, oh. So you're going to call him and tell him that you lost some stuff and you don't remember what happened?
I feel like we could tell him that we heard that the uncle took the truck to the lake.
Uh-huh.
And so we went to find it. And we woke up covered in mud, missing items, and we don't remember anything. And that maybe he should look at the lake. Because that seems like a mystery. And I feel like the sheriff should be solving mysteries.
Yeah.
We're just here for the goats.
Yeah.
I think is maybe the name of this episode. We're just here for the goats.
We're just here for the goats. It's fine.
Just making a quick note. We're just here for the goats.
I mean, we are land people.
We're land people.
We're just here for the goats.
So as you are all I'm sorry. Did you want to make that phone call? I'm ready to be the sheriff. Should you decide to make that phone call?
Sure, we could do it. She'll
You
pull
got
out
this,
her little cricket phone and hit number 2 because I'm assuming 1 is mom and
Obviously.
dad.
Obviously, mom and dad. You don't want to tell them that you lost your cardigan.
No, definitely not. Mom's gonna be so mad.
So mad. She's never going to let you sleep over on the ground at a commune again.
No, she may never let me go to someone else's house without her again.
She has to join the sleepover now.
Yeah, she has to be present.
Oh, that's going to really put a damper on some things, I think.
Dad's gonna be super excited though that all 3 of us are out of the house.
Yeah, right. Also, Twister is surrounded by candy wrappers. He definitely got into
Our stash.
and is just like,
I forgot I was bribing him with candy.
like was definitely on some sort of sugar crash at this moment. All right, so you hit number 2, starts ringing, and it picks up. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Sheriff. My name is Kitty. We met yesterday.
Yeah, the one of the little ones down at the commune. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I have another mystery for you.
Another mystery? What was the first mystery?
The man was missing, right?
Sure. Yep. Did you solve that one for me?
Well, we thought we might have, but I think we just stumbled upon another mystery.
Okie dokie. Why don't you tell me what it is?
Sure. So we went in search of Rain's uncle's truck. We were told that he drove it to the lake, but that they don't go to the lake because they are land people. And so we decided to go see if we could find the truck. So we went to find the truck, and then we woke up back in our tent with my cardigan's gone. My mom's going to be really mad about that. Tree lost her favorite scrunchie, and Rain lost her very important handkerchief. But she also said that it's not just a handkerchief, that it does also carry berries and other useful things. But we have no memory of what happened once we left to go to the lake.
Yeah, golly, that sounds pretty big and important, and I will make a note of it. Definitely make a note of it. And if you think of anything else that might help, you let me know.
I will. I wanted to report that because it says in our handbook that we should report things.
He definitely hangs up on you.
In
the middle of your conversation.
I guess he's going to go take care of it now.
Do either of you have a hair tie?
I'm going to look in the caboodle. There has to be an extra hair tie in the caboodle.
Like,
I have a length of twine in my pocket.
Lots of things. Yeah, you definitely have things that would tie hair back. It's not as nice as your scrunchie, but there are things around.
Yep, I quickly put it up. It's like, oh, that's so much better. I don't like the hair touching my neck. It's not good.
I feel like there's an emergency scrunchie in the caboodle. It's not the same, but
it's not the sparkly one that has the dazzles on it.
Yeah,
it's
very plain.
It's a utility scrunchie, you know.
It's one of those velvet ones you wear at Christmas, and it's just not a great.
Gets stuck in it.
Texture, yeah.
There is definitely stuff stuck on it right now, like for sure. But hey, in a pinch,
it works.
It adds to the disgruntledness that Tree is experiencing right now.
Oh, poor Tree. Listen, here is from what we know. Your uncle disappeared. People are saying that his truck is gone. He drove his truck away. His truck ended up at the lake. He never came back. No trace of a body. In fact, there was no body at the funeral, which was like a big party. Very fun, actually. Like, If you got to have a funeral, commune funeral's the way to go. And this guy showed up, and he was very well dressed, definitely out of place, kind of smarmy and flashy. And then the sheriff showed up later saying that he had disappeared. I don't want to lead you in any one direction, but perhaps we could look to see what this guy was doing on the commune, because he was definitely not.
Do we remember
Land people? I don't know what to refer to them as.
What are the commune people called?
Did we see him talking to anyone in particular?
The folk. Yeah, he was talking to, he was sort of trying to schmooze at the funeral with basically everybody, but he stuck mostly to like the elders, people that not that anyone's truly in charge at the commune, but like the people that from the outside world would think this is the person in authority here,
Should we go find elders? They may know who that guy was.
Yeah, and they might know why we're land people. Like, there's probably a reason, and
That's
I never
a really good idea.
asked what the reason was, but there probably is one.
Questions are very important.
I think there's a reason for everything, just like my scrunchie going away.
Oh,
We're going to find it, I promise.
I
Or
hope
we
so.
can make you a new one. There's lots of leftover fabrics and stuff here, and we could make it.
Do you have the bedazzling gun?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
What we could do is we could make it, and then we could bedazzle it when we get home.
Okay. Let's go find the elders then.
tree just like sinking down further and further. You're still taller than
Most people at
Rain
the commune.
as you're.
I'm going to leave a couple snacks by Twister for when he wakes up, just so that he has something to pick him back up after the sugar crash.
I do feel like in the snacks, when you were buying snacks, that you found maybe a box of Twinkies on sale.
Yeah.
So this is going to blow his tiny mind because I would bet he's never had a Twinkie.
I'll put a little like post-it note on there that says, enjoy the Twinkies.
Oh my God. You're going to come back and the tent's going to be shredded. It's the best thing I've ever tasted. It's just like hanging upside down from a tree.
He's just running around, waving his arms.
Screeching.
That's a sight.
Yeah, we'll check it later. I'm sure he'll
be fine.
This is not a big deal. All right, so you are seeking out Rain. You would know who. I'm trying to think of what Rain would think as like this person's in charge. When you like need a Band-Aid or something, like medical attention on the commune, like who would you go talk to? That feels like.
Yeah, I feel like there's like one person like never had kids of her own, but is like the de facto mom of all kids when they get in trouble.
Yeah. What is her name? Does she have a nature-inspired name, or does she have like a weird?
All do.
Yeah.
Let's call her. Have we used you yet? No, that's a bad name because that's confusing.
Which is maybe why it's great.
Aspen.
Aspen. We love Aspen. Yeah. Yeah, we can go see Aspen.
My gosh, do the elders have tree names?
Yes. Yes.
Trees.
All of them. You like graduate to a tree name.
To a tree name when you've become a wizened elder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm never leaving.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah. Can you imagine how in charge you would be, because they're all trees and you are just tree?
Tree.
Mm.
I'm the tree.
The one tree to rule them all.
One tree
Perfect.
to rule them all. I like this so much. And then somebody's going to be Gollum. I think it's probably Twister. Is my guess. That's my guess. Yeah. Anyway, I see the parody building. It's great. So you go see Aspen. Aspen is working she's feeding the chickens currently. All of the children, I think, are good at the moment. I think she's feeding both chickens and ducks because obviously you have both on the farm, even though you are land people. You are near a lake. And so you probably have a decent amount of ducks as well. So she's out there just feeding away. She's like, she looks cozy, right? She looks like a person that when you see, you're like, oh, I bet she gives the best hugs. Like you just want to snuggle into her. She looks like she would feel safe and warm and like you would feel good as a person, like telling her what's going on because you think she could fix it. And I think that is probably why she became the de facto, like kids come up to her and are like, I scraped my knee and I'm afraid of ducks, like just
because ducks are not land people.
They're
ducks
not land people or people even. How do I deal with this? Your feet are weird. I don't know what to do.
Kitty 100% is going to want to help feed them because throwing food seems like a really good time.
Great. Yeah. Aspen is into it. So she's just like feeding them. And as you come up, she'll
100% ask and say, hi, could you teach me how to do this? I've never been around chickens. Before, and that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, here, let me just tell you something, darling. If you start to feed them, they are going to just follow you around forever. So like, if you don't want them to just kind of cluster and follow you around, then you're not going to want to do. Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. Okay. So you're just going to reach into this bag here, just grab a big old handful, more than your hand can take. And you just kind of spray it like feel it from your core, right? You just want to like you're just send nourishment out to the whole universe.
She's just gonna double hand it and just like spray it.
It goes all
everywhere.
Over you, but you know what? The birds are so happy. There's a lot of them around you, and she's like, "Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, no, that was great. You have so much love to give, and I'm so proud of you for doing that. Next time, maybe you just have a little bit less love that goes out, just like the tiniest bit. Maybe just one hand of love. Maybe just one. Yeah. Give it a go. All right. And Rain, you're getting so big. So good to see you again. How are you doing, Rain?
I'm good. I don't like the city as much, but I'm happy that I'm here and I made friends. See? So
yeah, it's so nice.
But like there's hardly any animals and cars everywhere, and they tell me there's a lot of rules. I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, we all have to adapt, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you can always come back. There's always a place for you here when you get a little bit older and you can start making your own rules, right? You could just come right back here. We always need help feeding all these chickens. They just keep multiplying. There are so many. Look at them. There's so many chickens. Your friend there's doing a great job. Very enthusiastic.
You don't have pets at home?
Yeah, no, I can tell. That's all right.
We have a goldfish.
Oh, hi. You're a biggin, huh?
That's my sister Tree.
Yes, you are. Would you like to feed some of the animals, maybe?
Yes, just one hand though, right? Because if I use two hands,
I have a big job for you. I feel like you could handle this one. Do you think that you could take this feed right here, put it in your hands, just mound it up? Yeah, you got it? Well, that's so much. That's so good. And if you could just come right over here and just bend down and sit down and then just hold it in your lap. And then we're going to let the baby chicks come and feed from you. Is that all right?
Yeah, they're very tiny.
Very small.
Are they going to be okay?
They're going to be fine. You just stay real still, just like a tree. right?
Okay.
Just
I'll
like a
move.
tree in the wind, just kind of hanging out as you're sitting there, just like all these little tiny. They start hopping up on you, and
Oh, that one bit me. Oh,
they're just looking for that food. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be so good.
there's so
You
many
can
of
hold
them.
one if you put like you make like a cage with your hands so you're not smushing it, and then you can
Smushing it.
hold it, and then you can like let it see out of your hands, and that's really cute.
Can I tell you a ridiculous story of my personal life and baby chicks?
Yes.
So, tangent time. Welcome to Sarah's Tangent Corner. I used to work at the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, and they have the baby chick hatchery. And it's dirty because it's baby chickens, and so it would have to get cleaned out all the time. And one day before the museum opened, they were cleaning it out, and I was getting ready to go to my post, and there was just a baby chick that had wandered out and was like running across the rotunda
Oh my.
before it got to the elevators or the escalators and got chewed up. I was like, ah, and I like ran over, and I rescued the baby chick, and I brought it back in, and they were like, where did you even find this chicken? And I was like, it was outside. I found it. And so I rescued a little baby chick.
I did it expertly, I think.
Yeah, just like that. It's perfect. And your hands are so big that it fits. It's kind of like snuggles in. That feels nice. It feels safe with you. Is that helping at all with your scrunchy catastrophe? Is that making you feel a little better?
His name is Larry. He's my pet now, and he makes me feel good, and he's coming home with us.
Great. Yeah.
Emotional support chicken.
Yeah. I mean, that seems right. I feel like that is the right place for you. Just make sure that you know what? I'll send you home a bag of feed, and I will write out some instructions on how to care for him. The instructions are going to be like, feel this with your heart. So like, I don't know how helpful they're going to be, but
Your mom is never gonna let you guys hang out with me again.
It'd be great.
We got a cat and a chicken.
So good.
They're going to be best friends.
And a goat.
And we have time. We've got time to find more animals.
So
We've
much
got
time.
a tree house.
No one will ever look in the treehouse.
It'll
I'm
be
sure.
fine.
Nope, it's gonna be good.
I hope you like Labyrinth. It's all we're watching. Stuck in it. All right.
I have a question. Rain said that the man with the shiny shoes yesterday doesn't live here.
Oh, no, he does not. Ugh. He definitely does not.
He looks like one of those angry lawyer guys on the billboards.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. It's a very good description of him. Listen, are you a writer?
No, but I could be.
You could be. Excellent. That was excellent. So, why do you want to know about him? He seems like he doesn't seem fun at all.
We heard he was missing.
Oh, goodness. Well, maybe he's just gone away. You know, he's got a lot of plans for the area. And frankly, if he doesn't ever show up on this commune again, I would not be sad because I don't think I need to get into it with you. That's all right. You just keep feeding those chickens. They love you.
Who is he?
Oh, well, his name is Monty Downs.
Is that a name they would have ever seen or heard?
What an excellent time to do a check. What? We're going to roll dice in this game? Listen,
What?
Crazy.
as much as I would love to just like
We have to do things?
do a check, I feel like this is maybe moderately difficult
Okay.
because you're very distracted by chickens and
So
ducks.
distracted.
So we're looking for a target number of a 5. Beep, 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 beep. I don't know if any of your badges will help you, but you're going to be rolling. Let's build your dice pool. Is everybody thinking, or is it just Kitty?
I
Everybody.
think Tree's
Kitty and
thinking too.
Tree. I don't think Rain would like have the experience, the life experience to know who this guy is.
You know what? That's fair. I don't feel like it's a charm. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Skill, maybe? Feels like skill.
Okay. Now I have a 3 in skill. Does that mean I roll 3 die or I just add 3?
3? No, you're going to roll 3 d6s.
Okay.
And then if you have any badges that might help you.
I do have my luck charm. I get to add 1 per day to a test of my choice.
Yeah, maybe. So you're going to add a die if you use your lucky charm today.
Okay. I also have leadership die, so I could keep that because I do have 2 leadership die I can use. But I do have a 3 already.
3's pretty good, and you're looking for a 5.
Yeah, let's go. We'll just do my 3. We'll give it a shot.
I
Believe
got
in
2
you.
dice.
I also believe in you, Tree.
I did get a 5. Thank goodness, because I got 2 1s and a 5.
How did Tree do? I'm looking at that face. Feels like maybe you didn't do so well, Tree.
I also got 2 1s.
Oh, Tree is
That's good.
distraught. So
Distraught.
distraught.
Hey, we're twin rolling again. We're back at it.
We're back at
it. One of them was a 5, though. Thank goodness.
Yes.
That's all we needed.
Yeah. You know what, Kitty? You do remember the name Monty Downs, and you remember it because his smarmy face and his name is plastered on a bunch of empty lots that are in development around your town. Like, you're constantly having to cross the street on the way to get to the library where you do, or the community center where you are doing your scouts, because he's got so many things that he is building up, and so it just feels like just consistent, like, oh, it's another one. It's this guy again.
Kitty 100% will turn immediately to me like, I knew I saw his face. He is that guy. He's the guy, like all the lots that have the weird billboards in front of them. There's the one that's near the community center.
Oh yeah, we got to go around too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got, his teeth are too white and his skin is too orange.
I think he goes to one of those like play tan places that we see.
Why would you need a tan sprayed on? Why can't you just go and play outside?
I don't think this guy plays outside.
I don't think he plays outside.
That doesn't make any sense.
He's an inside person.
Probably why he's so mean.
Mm-hmm.
Get enough sun, which gives you vitamin D and makes you happy.
And grows trees.
Science lesson here on
Science.
We did previously learn about photosynthesis.
Yes,
We
did.
did. I forgot about the photosynthesis.
They're sun mouths.
They're sun mouths.
mouths.
They eat the sun.
Yep.
We love it. What's not to like?
I like to think the one next to the community center keeps having to be replaced because people keep graffitiing it.
Trying on it and stuff.
Yeah.
And by people, do you mean Kitty?
I think she did it one time because she saw someone else do it. And she was like, oh, you can do that then. Like, that's okay because someone else did it, because an adult did it.
Yeah.
So she definitely made him a pirate one time.
Currently, he's got 2 oversized googly eyes
Yes.
on. It's real good. The real giant ones that you...
Yeah, the huge ones.
Yeah. Way too big for the picture, but like...
It makes it so much better.
So much better. And like, sometimes when cars go past, it shakes it a little bit, and so the googly eyes
go. It's different. Big wind gusts make the... Yeah, it's so great.
I really want to make this sign, just like in general.
Would our parents have ever talked about him or like said anything bad about him?
Hmm,
I'm trying to think if
I don't
he was
think so.
buying up a lot of land.
I think they try really hard not to have any conversation of consequence in front of you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Feels like the kind of household where like you have no idea what that like. I don't even know that you know what they do for a job.
That's fair.
It's
Probably
just like-
very
I don't
important.
think I do.
Yeah, obviously they're very busy and their things are very important. I'm working. What do you do? I work.
They work.
So I work. All right. So you have an idea of what he does. He's a real estate developer. I don't know that you know that Kitty knows the term real estate developer, but you know that he buys a lot of land and he slaps his name on it and buildings get built. You know that Aspen seems to not be a fan of his. And you know that you're going to steal at least one baby chick and a cat.
And a cat. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's not stealing if we give it to her
It's
True. Freely given.
with love.
And instructions and feed. So it's a gift.
Yeah.
It's a gift. It would be so rude if I refused a gift.
Right?
It would reflect poorly on you. Obviously.
What morals do we have?
Oh my
We've
God.
always been told to just say thank you
Just
whenever
say
we get a
thank you.
gift.
Regardless of what that gift is.
You just say thank you.
So I've never seen him before. So why did he come here if he didn't want to like join the commune?
Oh, well. Well, every so often somebody comes by and, we got a lot of land here and it's so beautiful. And who wouldn't want to own such a beautiful piece of land? But, as you know, Rain, nobody can really own nature. This is, we're making sure this land is staying healthy and beautiful and bountiful and joyous. And he came in and he was very interested in buying up a part of our land to be he wanted to put a factory on it. And we just couldn't allow that, could we? And she gestures out and there's just like rolling hills and forests. Look at how beautiful this all is. Nobody wants to see a factory in that, do they? I don't even know what
Did they want to put it here because of the lake so they could use alternative power sources like water?
Oh, that would have been a lovely idea. But no, it's just a nice flat space. Nice, good open land. Don't have to raise no buildings or nothing,
So we said no, right?
Absolutely, we said no. I said, of course
So
not.
then
You can't have our
Why was he still here?
Oh, well, see now your uncle, he was one of the loudest opponents, and then when he sadly passed, we I think Monty just thought that he could come back in here and strong arm us as if we were just feeble-minded, And then as she's talking, she's just like picking up more and more ducks and just like she's got like
They're probably starting to quack pretty loudly.
Yeah, pretty loudly. She's just picking them up and just he says some things. He just insulted all of us. He just said that we were just like crazy farm people, and I don't think it's just like a ducks on her shoulders. It's like I just think that's rude, and it's not nice at all. And in the background behind her, Twister comes running through, screeching. Does a couple of what could be in better form, maybe a cartwheel, but is not really. And she's just like, she pauses with all these ducks quacking on her and she looks back and she's like, oh, I better go check on him because last time he got in this kind of a thing, he just ran smack into the side of the barn. And he had a lot of splinters just sort of in this area. So
I remember that. It looked really ouchy.
He did not like it.
I ask you a question that might be rude?
Sure.
Mom always tells us not to ask questions, but
well, how are you going to learn anything if you don't ask any questions?
That's what I say.
Yeah.
The only funeral we've ever been to, like the person was there. But I noticed yesterday that there was not a person there.
Yeah. Well, so sometimes, depending on what happens, sometimes when you pass on, it doesn't look very nice, and I think it was kinder to all of us here to remember him the way he was when he was alive, so happy and always laughing and just like full of jokes and joy and just he wouldn't have been him anyway. We don't like to put them out when they're
that makes sense.
Expired,
How did he die then?
Oh, well,
if he was so horrible we couldn't even look at him.
No.
What happened?
Well, okay.
Is it like a car accident?
No.
But you don't have cars.
Is he missing bits?
No. Nothing like that. Listen, okay. Sometimes y'all ever been fishing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You know how sometimes something floats up to the top of the lake, fish, maybe a turtle, something that has passed, and it's not all.
It doesn't look like a fish anymore.
It doesn't look like a fish anymore. It's kind of extra puffy and like just doesn't look how it should, right? Like that's not a thing that you want to look at, right? Like,
is that why we're land people? Because if you go in the water, you die.
Well, now, Rain. Now we don't avoid all water, right? Like we always made you take your monthly bath, right?
Kitty just looks at Tree and goes, monthly?
I mean, it's not like you can drown in a bath.
Crazy.
Though.
No, again, everybody just.
You can drown in a bathtub?
Okay, so water is Do you remember? Have y'all ever been to the ocean? Yeah? The big huge water, the real big water.
I feel like we probably took at least one beach vacation.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know how, Rain, we always told you that you should be respecting water, right? It is a force of nature, and it can nourish us, and it can clean us, and it can keep us healthy, but it can also, destroy things if you're not careful, right? And so we say over here, real land people, we have a healthy respect for water. We use it, and we make sure that it is well within our means. We try not to use too much of it, but you gotta have it. It's just important that you're careful, right? Just being aware of what's going on with water. That's all.
Brain is like kind of in shock.
Sure. So you don't always die when you go in water, but I mean sometimes too much water can make you die. And then you hear a screech and a thud behind you.
Twister running
Oh,
the barn.
and it is Twister who has run into the side of the barn. Just like, I'm just gonna go check on him. Just gonna go check. She hurries away and is like, "Ooh, yeah, I don't think I handled that so good. Not feeling great about my
Raina's like
choices."
turning the ducks away from the water bowls. Be careful, ducks. Too much water can make you all bloaty and dead.
And they're like, "What? I'm a duck. What? What are you doing?"
Water is so good. I think Kitty is smart enough to make the connection that we know he went to the lake.
Okay.
And then she talked about when you go to the lake and something dies in the lake, that they look gross.
Uh-huh.
And she said that he looked gross, so he couldn't be displayed.
Uh-huh.
I think Kitty is smart enough to make a connection that he died at the lake.
Okay.
At least that's the connection she's going to make.
I love it.
Because
Yeah, Raina's
land
pretty
people,
sure that
right?
everyone ever who dies probably drowns. That's probably the number one cause of death.
Is drowning.
It is the only cause of death.
The only reason
There's
now.
old age and there's drowning. One of the two is going to get you.
There is a couple other children that have sort of gathered around where Twister is, and one of them looks up and sees the three of you together and starts frantically gesturing to you. Rain.
Oh,
Probably got to go over.
Yeah.
go check on Twister.
Twister is laugh crying because like it hurts, but he's so happy. Maybe has never been this happy or so full of sugar in his entire life. And Aspen's like,
He helped.
come on, just if you could just stay still for just a moment. Okay, just covered. And what is all of this? And he's got like I think he ate the box, like the whole box, because he's like
Goat.
just like gripping like he has like the plastic in his hands and like the little things, the cardboard things that they're stuck to, like one is stuck to his face and like he's just and it's your friend Miracle. Yeah,
Could have found it anywhere.
Who knows where that? I don't know where that is. But it's definitely not from us. And she's gesturing to you, and she is gesturing in like repetitive manner. Rain, you know that she's deaf, but this is not American Sign Language.
Mm-mm.
This is Commune Sign Language.
Yeah.
Which is much closer to interpretive dance.
Mm. It probably just started as interpretive dance.
I would imagine so.
Slightly regularized.
Slightly. And she has I mean, still she's sometimes hard to understand. Because some words are getting made up as she goes. But most of the folk on the commune can understand what she's trying to say. And she is gesturing to the three of you and like seems really upset.
Yeah, let's go try and figure out what she's trying to say.
Okay. She like beckons you away from everybody, like around the side of the barn so that she's out of sight of the people. And she keeps gesturing the word lake.
What about the lake? We know lots of stuff about the lake now. Like you can die in it.
Yeah, she gestures. You pick out the words bad and women and lake over and over again.
Bad women lake. Who are the bad women? Why are they at the lake?
In the lake. She says in the lake.
There's water people?
Like
That makes
mermaids?
sense. If we're land people, there's got to be water people.
And then she keeps gesturing, but it's not a word that you have seen her do before. So she like pats and then like,
I'm going to pull up my friendship bracelet and point to the charm on it. That's a mermaid. There are mermaids in your lake. They sing. They sing. Yeah, it's got to be mermaids.
But aren't mermaids good?
I mean, it depends which stories you read.
she like, wait, look. And she's like,
Yeah.
to the singing. And then she points at the three of you and she goes,
Oh. The singing made us go
Okay. Okay. So in some fairy tales, when mermaids sing, they like put a spell on you. So maybe that's why we don't remember anything, because if they're mermaids and they sang and magic.
You know, because you can't hear. So if we can't hear, then we won't go crazy either, right?
Do you have earmuffs?
Yeah, do you guys have earmuffs or earplugs or something we can
From
use?
the bees?
Yeah, we can do that. That's
How
a
do
she
you
great
like,
idea.
she
like
does her
some
little
bee
like
sex?
bee dance. She's like bees. Bee, bee, bee. And then she's like, she mimes like shoving things in her ears. And is like,
No, we got her.
That's such a good idea. Thank you. Do you want a Twinkie?
she's like, what is,
Is food? Food?
do you eat it? Well, okay. She takes it and she's like peels off the outside, smells it, and is like, she takes a bite and she's like, oh, and you're fairly certain whatever she just signed is probably a cuss word. She's
I,
like,
put my hands over my eyes.
she's like, more?
Yeah, Skittles. There's different kinds of candy.
Yeah. Here you go. And she's like, make her little
She's
goodie
like,
bag out of the
beep,
snacks.
beep, beep. She's like, thank you. Da, 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 da.
Don't eat them all now, though, because if you eat them all now, then you don't have any. So you got to save it.
You'll be like Twister.
Okay.
Twister ate too much.
Just eat all of it.
She's like, but Twister is an idiot.
Very true.
That's not nice to say, even if it is true.
Like a sweet idiot.
Yeah.
But like,
He's a commune idiot. That's
yeah,
different.
yeah. We love him.
The butt is heavily implied, yeah.
He's not going to be a tree. No. No. And she just like takes all of her like her little goodie bag and she's like, thank you. And just beep, 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 and just dances off around. She doesn't want anybody, she doesn't want to share this with anyone. So she just like disappears around the barn and is like, I was never here. Nobody saw me.
He's gone.
Okay, so let's go get some wax and we can make the earplugs and then we go to the lake. Because I have to meet a mermaid. It's on my list of things that I want to do.
You said they were bad mermaids. So,
Maybe
we should
she
probably
just-
tell the sheriff, right? If there's bad mermaids, will he believe us? Are mermaids real? Well, she said they're real.
I thought they were only in stories, but I also thought a lot of things weren't possible. And you guys take a bath once a month, and my mom says I have to take a bath every day. So I'm questioning a
Every day?
lot of things every day.
Takes a lot of time.
It's so much time. And
Like,
sometimes
you
I
could
just
be
want to
out
read my book.
Hunting a goat instead.
But mom says, no, you have to take a bath. It's bath time.
It only takes 30 seconds to feed our fish, so there's plenty of time for bath time, according to my mom. That's our only chore, really, is feeding the fish
And
picking up and homework. Sometimes we have to pick up sticks in the backyard.
Or dad mows the yard.
Mhm.
But sticks belong on the ground. They fall off of trees onto the ground.
I know.
That's just what sticks do.
They rake up the leaves too. But the fun thing is when they rake up the leaves, there's big piles so you can jump in them.
Mhm. Yeah, Dad says it isn't like leaves and sticks in his lawnmower. It ruins it or something like that.
Which I don't understand.
Lawns are better when they're like big and full of flowers anyways.
Yeah, out here's great. I like this yard.
And now we're going to go off onto a tangent on the evils of having a yard and how really lawns are bad for the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Not good. If you're going to have something like that, what if you just do moss or local wildflowers?
Yeah, you know.
Save the bees, folks.
Save the bees. Also, listen, you shouldn't. Okay. Our pollinators will winter in fallen leaves. So you can leave the leaves that have fallen off of the trees on your lawn over the winter because it keeps our pollinators safe.
Goes on it and
really
they just
important.
hibernate.
We need them. And I'm not just saying that because I love bees and also because we're about to go see bees in this story.
I'm so excited.
But like it was a good tie-in. Just leave your leaves. Don't need to.
Bits of wisdom. I love your cat so much.
I know. Hello, kitten. What is kitten's name?
It's
This
so
is
flat.
Geo,
Oh, look at you, baby.
You're so
and she needs to
pretty.
be on my lap for so many hours every day.
I mean, I understand that.
I'm trying to take my
That's
dice now.
I'd do the same thing if I was a cat. I'd be like, hi, hold me, please.
hello. I fit so perfectly right here. So if I could just don't mind me, I'll just
She's shutting
snuggle
so
right
badly
in.
though.
I mean, yeah.
I
These
do
things
too.
happen.
I get it.
Right. Hey, let's go see some bees.
Yeah.
Go see the bees.
All right. They are probably a little bit further away for safety. How many of you have ever like gone near bees before, a hive of bees? Like a
I've definitely seen it on TV. Like
sure.
beekeepers with their big
Costumes.
like veil
Mhm.
hats. And I know that you're supposed to use smoke.
Uh-huh. Make them sleepy so
Yeah.
they don't sting you. Yeah. You don't have access to any of that. Would you like to try to put something together, or are we just going in?
I mean, I feel like to keep a hive, clean,
Mm-hmm.
you do take some wax out. So there's probably wax
There's gotta be
somewhere.
home somewhere.
hmm
Sure. Yeah. Let's try to find it, shall we?
Wasn't one of my chores.
Sure. I feel like this feels difficult to find it like not in the actual hive. So you're gonna look for it's got to be a 6. And again, I feel like this is a skill situation. No, toughness is if you have to reach into the hive. To try to find it outside of the hive, this is a skill.
Got 3 in skill. I'm gonna use my +1 for my luck charm.
Yeah.
So I'll
Probably
roll
a good time.
4.
Okay, looking for a 6. Whoever's
I have
looking,
2 dice.
I believe in you.
Do it.
No, not it.
No. I did get 5, but not a 6.
Okay. I mean, maybe it hasn't been emptied. Maybe it's not the proper rotation yet. We just haven't gotten there. You've looked in spots that would make sense. You looked in spots that would not make sense because you're starting to get a hang of the commune. But there's no combs out at this moment. So somebody is going to have to reach into the hive.
Don't worry. I got this.
I'm pretty tough
Tree.
too, so if you fail, I'll try then.
Okay. Again, it's a 6, my man. Like, you're going to
Yeah.
reach into a hive. Are you doing anything?
That wax.
Yeah. Are you doing
Can I-
anything to like try
Can
to calm the bees or
I wasn't very good at singing because I didn't like choir, but I can try to sing.
Can I gift
exactly
a
what I
leadership die? Is that allowed?
you
Like
gift
if I
a leadership
help,
die?
like as a help action?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
you have those dice. You can
you just give them to whoever you like.
Beautiful. Is there has to have been like a sheet somewhere, like laundry
Sure.
out on the line.
Yeah.
I think because she saw it on TV, she was like, okay, here, we'll drape this sheet over you and cut like a
You
little,
Look like a ghost.
Yes. Yeah. And cut like
But,
a
like,
little hole so you
flowery
can
pink
see.
ghost.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
our beds are not white.
It is floral for sure.
It's so
Yeah.
good. So that way you get an extra die, and maybe that'll prevent some stinging.
Okay. I have 5 dice because my toughness
You
is
can
4
do it.
plus
You can
1.
do it.
To keep it in place, I am going to say that there was a big wide brimmed hat.
Yes.
So you have that on top of the sheet with the little holes.
You're the fanciest ghost.
You're the fanciest ghost, and you are gently reaching into a hive of live bees to try to get.
Have you ever watched the bee girl on TikTok? She just scoops them up in her
goes right
hand
in.
and just
It's
it's fine.
very impressive.
It
It's
is.
very impressive.
Okay, bees. I'm just gonna reach on in. I'm
La, la,
not
la.
taking your honey. I'm just taking your wax. I'm not taking your. I just threw my dice everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. I
Was it
love
a
it.
6? It counts if it was a 6.
It doesn't
It's not
count
a
if it
6.
wasn't a 6.
Okay, then it doesn't count.
It does not count. Not a 6. It's okay, bees. I'm just taking
La,
your wax.
La 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 la.
Da, 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 da. Just taking the wax. And I got exactly 1 6.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that you got stung once on your hand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're
They're not covered.
They're not covered.
We didn't have gloves.
Didn't have ghost gloves, unfortunately. But you're able to pull out a big chunk of the honeycomb that has wax on it, and also lots of really delicious fresh honey. So you got a little snack, and you
That's a
got
little yummy.
and you got enough wax to make earplugs for everybody.
Thank you, bees. I'm
Thank
just
you.
gonna walk away now.
The worst earplugs ever. Can you imagine sticking like fresh
I'm
honey
sure we have
back?
some cotton balls or
To, like, put it
cotton
together.
fluff or something in the
Yeah.
caboodle that we can kind of.
Yeah. It's not actually just give me 1d6 and let's see how good of a medium it is that you've got.
I rolled a 3.
Got a 3. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it is moderately clean Kleenex. So the paper stuff, it'll be good to sort of put together with it. You've got stuff that you can do. And it's not like used Kleenex. It's just like it's tissue that's been in there for a while. So it's got a little dirt and stuff on it, but like you're able to add the wax to it to form a thing. But
Yeah,
I
we'll
am
put
going to
the
make
wax
you guys
in.
make them. You do have to make a check for that to see how good
Okay.
you do.
Okay.
Skill test.
Yeah, skill
Yeah.
test.
Bill?
I think
Alright.
it's a 5. You'll listen,
Okay.
you're gonna make them regardless. A
It sounds
5
good.
will make them really well.
Ooh, I did get a 5.
All right. Yeah. You're
Nope.
able to make them.
Oh, no. I have the knot tying badge, which is a +1 to using hand and eye coordination. Do you think this would count towards making earplugs?
I have that too. I forgot.
Yeah.
20, I think that's the one we're 20 on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So I get 3 dice instead.
Bad
And
and sheltered.
Dancing.
Yep. Nope. I didn't get it.
What was your highest?
3.
I got
Okay.
4.
So Kitty's like, it's just like this, and like brings out these beautiful, like perfect earplugs, and they're like actually really pretty, and like celestial lighting hits them, and she's just like, ta-da! And
Look what I made.
and like Rain's like, oh, pretty close to that, and they're a little misshapen, and like one is a little slightly bigger than the other one, and like they're gonna work, but they're just kind of a little like, they look homemade, you know, they look like, but you pride yourself on that here at the commune. And then the camera pans over to Tree, and you just have 2 big hunks of wax, and you're like, I made them.
It's for my big earlobes.
And it's like you just took 2 of them and you just went, ugh. You were like, earplugs. So listen, they're all gonna work just fine.
They just don't look very pretty.
They don't look
Okay.
pretty.
You know what? You tried, and that's all that matters.
This is the important part. And before we go to the lake, I think we're gonna do a quick bio break. So everybody respect water on this bio break.
Don't drown in your water.
You can
bottle.
drown in it.
Don't
Be
drown
careful.
in your water bottle. Please and thank you. All right, we'll be right back. Pew, pew, pew. Welcome back from the break. Did everyone respect their water?
Oh, I tried to.
Tried. I hope it did not disrespect you.
No one
during the
drowned.
time. No one drowned. We're all here. I'm really proud of us. You have your homemade earplugs. They smell great. And they're probably like really good for your skin as well, because honey is great for your skin. And there's a little bit extra
Double
in there.
as chapstick.
Yeah, it's great.
So good.
Are you heading back to the lake?
Yeah.
Well, now that we know that
Wouldn't we?
we have the earplugs, I think we're good to go back to the lake.
Should I call the sheriff on the way to the lake to let him know that there are mermaids in the lake?
Yes, that
Okay.
seems like a good idea. He
Right.
would
did say-
definitely believe us.
He did say if I found out anything else to let him know. So
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yeah,
just
I
following
will.
instructions.
So good at following instructions. All right, before you plug your ears.
yeah, before I'll put one earplug in and then have the phone on the other one as we're walking toward where the lake is.
Okay. He answers. Is like, hello.
Hello, Sheriff. This is Kitty. We met yesterday and we talked earlier today on the phone.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
I just wanted to let you know that I was informed that the reason we could not remember anything is because there are mermaids in the lake. And as you
Bad
know,
ones.
yeah, bad women, aka mermaids. And as you know, mermaids can sing, and that's magical. And so that is why we do not remember things. So if you are going to the lake, please be careful. I highly suggest doing earplugs.
Mm-hmm.
We have made some out of beeswax and some Kleenex. And it looks like I think I did a pretty good job.
Like,
That'll convince him.
yeah. Thanks so much for the heads up. I will write that down in my report.
Are you actually writing all this down?
He has hung up the phone.
I don't think he's writing anything down.
No, I don't think he is either.
Maybe he just has a really good memory.
He could.
Like
I guess
those
you have to have something
waitresses
set.
that don't ever have to write it down, right?
I don't
Like,
understand that.
You just remember. And my
Elder
short-term memory
Cedar
is
never writes anything down, and he remembers all of the stories. So it's possible.
it's possible. I love it. All right, so all plugged up. You again, just
Going
like
in.
just like giant earmuffs of the country. Just like there's a couple bees just like buzzing around. You just put like a full honeycomb on one side, just like beep beep.
It like wraps around the outside of the ear.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's more of an earmuff than an earplug.
Yeah,
great.
hey, I love it. I am with you, Tree. So you get to the lake. What are you doing? What are you going to do at the lake? Are you going to the edge of the water? Like, what's your plan?
Look around, see if we can see into the water. See if we can see tire tracks or our footprints even. Because like lots
Your
of people
footprints definitely there, all the way up to the edge of the water.
Is the truck still there?
The truck is still there. It is half in the lake. Front half in the lake.
Are the doors just like open or are they closed? Like,
The driver's side is open.
okay.
I want to like climb up on top of the truck, see if I can, see stuff with the better vantage point of being on a truck.
Sure. This is going to be a degree of success kind of thing. Let's do a feels like a skill, I think, looking around, an observation. Be a skill. See how good you do.
what type of skill? Yeah,
Skill.
that is one
is
of the things.
That's okay. We'll just try
I know
it.
this game. That is a 4.
A 4, yeah. I mean, you're able to sort of. So this is the first time that you have been to the lake that you remember, right? Because you're land people, so you're not getting into the lake very often. Looks just like a normal lake. You have been around other bodies of water that you've never had a problem with. There's definitely movement in the lake and like things sort of breaching out that look very big, but they're just like swimming around.
Well, I can't swim. So do you guys have any ideas? I see something. It might just be big fish or manatees. I think people mistake manatees for mermaids sometimes. I've read about that. But I don't remember whether manatees live in lakes.
Rain, this is a very important question. Are you facing your friends when you are saying this?
We have earplugs in. I am using, the commune sign language.
Commune sign language.
Obviously, I know that. But you two don't.
Yeah.
I'm just like
You're getting a lot of huh?
Being like, oh,
what?
Yeah, swimming.
Wait, I held the chicken like this already.
Yeah, that's not what that means at all. Now you're very confused. Everyone's confused.
I'm going to lean into one of my characteristics.
Okay.
Which is impatient.
Okay.
Because she is possibly within feet of meeting mermaids.
It's true. They're right there.
And I feel like this is a lifelong dream. So I think she's definitely going to go to the edge of the water and try and look in.
Mm-hmm.
Not smart, but she's going to do it.
So you lean over, and this is a part of the water that I'm going to say pretty deep. And a face just sort of floats up and then breaches the water. And then you see a mouth open.
Oh, no. Is it one of the scary mermaids?
It's not. I mean,
a manatee.
They're not real pretty.
Like creepy.
They have like the really razory sharp teeth. Yeah, and like the sort of scaly everywhere, lady shaped up top, but like very scaled, and like this is a predator. Like you can tell it is a predator. like it's not
like a kelpie mermaid. Okay.
Yeah. And it has opened its mouth, and like its gills are going, and like you can't hear anything, luckily, but it's clearly vocalizing in some way. And it like nothing's happening to you, so it like
I think way too loudly. Kitty is like, "Hello, my name is Kitty." And she's going to like show her friendship bracelet that has the mermaid charm on it and point to it and say, "I've always wanted to meet a mermaid. It's so very nice to meet you."
So a hand reaches out, just darts out faster than you expect, and it grips onto the wrist that has the mermaid thing. And it has like very long claws. And it can circle all the way around your little girl arm. And it like pulls it up real close to look at it and like taps at the charm a little bit. And then turns and like you see its throat move and its mouth open, and then like there's a bunch of other ones that swim up, but there's probably like half a dozen of them, and they're like still holding on to Kitty, still holding like a vice grip on your, like, you can't, this is not a breaking away kind of situation. It has you. And it's talking, and then they sort of all look at you and like notice that there are two other behind you, sort of.
This is my sister Tree, and this is my friend Rain. And she's gonna be like, it's not a very good likeness. I'm sorry. We don't actually know what mermaids look like. This is just what we came up with.
It gets like very close to your face.
Rain
Like,
is
very close.
really freaked out
Yeah.
by this whole being very close to like watching Kitty get yanked in and drowned. I feel like she is very much ready to try and, I don't know, kick the arm to make it drop Kitty if it looks like she's gonna drag her in.
It gets up, and then it sort of sinks back down. It's holding you, but it's sort of like now eyes above only.
And she's gonna pull in her backpack and she's gonna say, "Would you like a Twinkie?" And she's gonna unwrap it like with her arm, and then bring it back down and like hand it to the mermaid.
It like comes back up above the water, and like, so y'all have seen Alien. There's like a secondary mouth situation.
Is it like a vertical mouth in the horizontal mouth?
That like comes out of the mouth and then like grabs onto the Twinkie and pulls it into the first mouth. And he eats it.
Does it like the Twinkie, or is it a carnivore?
Seems
getting carnivore vibes.
Seems very confused by the Twinkie.
Just give it a second. It has rush of sugar.
Yeah.
30 seconds at max, sometimes longer.
It's sort of like,
the next thought I was going to was beef jerky just like pull out some.
It kind of like shivers, and it like loosens its grip and kind of lets you go.
I'm just gonna kind of start nudging Kitty away. Like, I do not want her to get drowned.
For funsies, she's gonna take some extra Twinkies out and like lay them by
like,
the
as
lake.
I'm pulling you away, just drop it.
As she yells, "It was so nice to meet you. I'm going to tell everyone that I met a mermaid and that you're really cool." As she like backs away, bowing to the mermaids.
One is gesturing at you in semi-familiar gestures.
Oh, what is it saying?
Bad men putting things in lake, and then they like gesture at the car and make like a building sign.
Car building in the lake.
Can we? She's gonna do it because two of you they're trying to communicate. Okay.
She just keeps doing it. Rain's like slapping her hands away. Like, stop it.
Rain's like, I need these hands to talk, but I'm not ready to take them off of Kitty's head.
Just making it very difficult.
Yeah.
Kitty's gonna try and figure out how to sign shiny shoes. I don't know, like
it'd be so much easier.
Shiny and then pointing at shoes.
Yeah, you're
only
not.
We don't
wearing
have shoes. But
I
I mean,
feet.
Yeah. They may not know what shoes are.
That's
Yeah, that's a good point because that second shiny shoes he's missing, but not like found and deceased, right?
currently he is just
Not
missing.
yet.
Yeah. I'm going to do like a where is the man type of sign.
Like, where are shiny shoes? Is that what you're trying to?
Where is the man?
Mm.
I don't know if they'd know about the shiny shoes, but they're talking about bad men.
Bad
So if I
men.
ask them where is the bad man, then maybe they know.
This sort of like cocks his head and then it like turns and makes some noises, and like you can see one or two sort of dive down under the water, and then they bring back the shoe. It is not an empty shoe.
Oh no.
And then the one that was talking to you goes, bad men putting things in lake, and it's gesturing a car, the building,
The truck. Let's get the truck out
poison,
of.
like
Yeah.
poison.
Let's get the truck out of the lake.
Yeah, that's
That's a good first
we
step.
tell the sheriff that shiny shoes guy is dead.
Yeah, we'll tell him that the mermaids ate him.
I mean, just the foot.
On the way back.
People can survive without a foot. Probably.
Not underwater.
I mean, that's fair. That's very
Rain
fair.
knows about drowning, and so Rain knows absolutely 100% certainty that this is what has happened.
This is why.
This is why you don't go in water.
In the water.
No, we're land people. Okay.
Dry baths.
Do either of you know how to, like, I pointed the car and I go, like, drive?
I mean, since I'm so tall, I can kind of see Dad when he's driving from the back seat. I could probably figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Skill test.
Learn to drive a car.
You can actually reach the pedals.
You can reach everything. You are
I can
large
reach everything,
enough.
yeah. I know that the one on the right goes forward and the one on the left stops.
Mm-mm.
I feel
don't know how to go backwards.
Kitty definitely asked, like, I feel like there was it was a sinner kind of Prindle, and definitely asked what all the letters meant. So she knows that the R is reverse, probably because she wouldn't leave her dad alone until he told her what the letters meant.
Okay. Hey, I know you're not going to like me for this.
Roll for it.
But this is definitely a 6. And it is a skill test. Because
I mean, that
I know.
I was going to be surprised if it just failed.
Yeah, because you've never driven before. So,
but since I know the letters, I will give you my second leadership die.
I love it.
Cool. All right. I got 3. I get into the seat. It's really like mushy and soggy.
Yeah.
It's
an unpleasant experience here.
Yep. And I turn the key and I'm going to roll first, or do we know if the car even turns on?
Let's see what the dice say.
Okay, let's see what the dice says. I turn the key. Oh, come on. I got 1 6.
Hey.
So it does the thing with the cars where it like it like takes a little while, but then it like the engine like turns over and it sounds like it's not going to last for very long, but it has caught. I mean, it's going.
Hit the pedal.
Can
R for reverse?
Yell at the mermaids and ask if they can help push it? Push. Can you push the truck?
They like they get I mean, there's a bunch of them in front. They are highly motivated to get this out of the lake. So yeah, there's a bunch of them in there. And they start pushing on it, and the wheels are, I mean, it's in the mud at the end, and so the wheels are sort of spinning a little bit, but it catches hold. Here's the thing. It catches hold, and then it catches hold on the area that it is very dry. And it really catches, and you go shooting backwards.
You're wearing your seatbelt.
Nope.
No.
No, I was
Hit
not.
the brake! Hit the brake!
Left for stop, and I slam on the left.
You screech and kind of Tokyo drift a little bit. Yeah, you sort of start to donut, but then you run into a tree. Not hard enough to hurt yourself, but like it is now different bad for this car. Yeah, truck is, hey, you're probably not going to drive this again.
P for park.
Doot. And I turn the ignition off.
Great.
It's probably like, I get out, it's probably like smoking.
It is absolutely.
Smoking, dripping water.
Mhm.
Hey, we got it out of the lake, though.
The mermaids are gesturing at you again, Rain.
Okay. We did it right. We saved the day, right?
And then
Okay.
they're still saying bad men putting things in lake. And they keep mentioning, they keep doing like a building sign and doing
No,
like
building
poison
makes
sick.
no sense.
Are there any like of the big like kind of like tubes you see when they do runoff from factories like around the lake?
Mhm.
All right. Are
We follow it.
look like they could be removed from the lake.
Probably not on your own.
Okay.
So you guys, you have a choice. You can, I mean, the mermaids are killing people.
Mhm.
You can try to stop the mermaids from killing people by like calling in police and or monster hunters. I mean, there's because of the nature of these brave blossoms, there's probably, I mean, like Miss Kathy is your leader, but I think she probably is a hunter of some kind, right? She knows what's up. She is the reason why you all were like, yeah, there are mermaids. So you can try to exterminate the mermaids. You can try to help the mermaids by getting the factory shut down. Or the third option is you have solved the immediate problem. You can walk away.
I feel like the only reason they killed people was because they went in the lake.
Yeah, we've been living here for generations. So
So if
and
we
putting stuff in the lake water is not good land custodianism.
Yeah, that's right, Rain. I don't know how you would sign that, but we're figuring it out.
I feel like we probably like moved a little back.
Yeah.
Maybe at this point.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
1 second.
Hold on.
Yeah,
1
so we can
minute.
take out like one wax so we can hear
Yeah.
each other.
So we
Yeah.
can talk.
Well, didn't Aspen say that the Monty was thinking about buying property? Not that he bought property and has a factory?
That he
Yeah,
was
this-
trying to
so-
buy part of the commune.
They didn't sell it,
Do
so
you
it's
guys?
probably not allowed for him to put his pipes there.
Yeah,
That's
what
fair because you guys technically own the lake, right?
I don't know. Probably.
Aspen would know. So maybe
How would
before
you
we
know?
call the sheriffs, maybe we go to the elders and say let's see. Do we tell the elders about the mermaids,
It's a good question.
or do we? Or
I think we definitely tell the elders about the mermaids. I don't think we bring it back up to the sheriff. I think that guy just disappears.
I think the elders probably know
Mm-hmm.
because we're land people. And why would we be land people if we weren't sharing with water people?
Mm.
So
Sure. So maybe they
I
do
think
know.
we
So
just
then,
need to get the pipe out, and then the balance of nature, it's fixed, and everybody wins. Except
we
the
can
evil
tell them.
factory owner.
Yeah. But you can tell them that the mermaids only eat people who go in the lake. Like, they're really not bad. They're just animals.
they're misunderstood.
Well,
Yeah.
but they also know
They can communicate.
commune's sign language, which means
Mhm. They must have interacted with us
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Bob, the player, is thinking that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
you're bringing it to the elders? Is that how we're wrapping this particular adventure? That you're going to bring
Definitely.
the thing to the elders?
Yeah.
that the factory is possibly illegally. Obviously, we don't know that, but the factory is dumping into the lake.
Yeah. The
So
pipe
maybe
is
the-
there when it's not supposed to be there, is
Yeah.
what we think.
So maybe the elders can do the fight because they're the adults.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you're directing them to, like, you want them to fight the landowners, not the mermaids.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Just making sure. Just
Yeah.
just checking. So
Everyone knows factory builders are evil. So destroy them all, I guess.
yeah,
Is what Rain's taking away from
Save the earth.
save the earth.
Save the earth.
Ecoterrorism.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, right, this is Rain's origin
Eat the
story.
rich.
When she becomes
Quite literally.
Right.
Eat them.
Literally. So
Eat them
here's
to the
I'm
mermaid.
gonna award you all a couple of badges for
Ooh.
how you handled this situation.
Woo.
I'm gonna give you a compassion badge each that means that once per cookie selling season, you can call upon an enemy to help you. The GM decides the enemy's identity. And you earned this by deciding that the mermaids were, they needed helping instead of fighting. Because they killed people and could have easily been your enemy in this first
Hey,
situation.
my character trait
Kitty
is
knew.
empathetic.
Best friends, man.
Best
she
friends. Best friends forever.
And
And
make them all friendship bracelets.
yeah,
knew.
right?
I think she might actually give the initial mermaid her friendship bracelet.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, the camera definitely sees that one swimming around later, and it's wearing it for sure. I'm also going to give you Nature's Ally badge because you have done something to improve the environment. You have started it on the way. And that's going to give you +1 die to charm tests related to interacting with people or creatures with close ties to nature. I definitely feel like if this were a longer campaign, that we would not be done with these mermaids. We would definitely be coming back to these mermaids. But we're wrapping up, and I would love to know, let's have a little moment of gratitude. What happened in this particular wild adventure that you were especially grateful for that someone at the table did?
I love that we got to interact with a diverse group of people, especially someone who is deaf. You don't see that very often, so I really love that we had that interaction.
It is such a great way, and it was written into the module. I think it's such a cool way of solving the anybody who hears this is gonna fall under their spell.
Yeah, because
Like-
that'd be a really hard thing to figure out just like by yourself.
Absolutely. And I mean, I have pretty severe structural hearing loss in one of my ears, and so that I was like, this is when I was reading through, I was like, oh yay, we can like have little. I've been trying to learn sign language for ages. It's really hard to pick up a second language as an adult.
It is hard. I've been trying to. I haven't had nearly enough time, but
It's yeah,
hard.
we're getting there. Yeah, so that was very cool. So I don't know who wrote that module, but kudos to them.
Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks,
for
Dave.
bringing that in.
Thanks, Dave.
You, Dave. Also, the badge is really cute for it. And it's just a
Aw.
little mermaid.
Yes, I love
Little
it.
mermaid.
It's very cool.
Love it.
I had a gratitude for fellow players for just doing all the kid shenanigans, going off cuff, just doing what you think that you would do as a kid and not necessarily thinking in like an adult brain, thinking
Right.
more like a kid's brain, which I found
was-
very interesting.
Yeah, it was the mermaid thing, and I was like, Kylie would be like, 100% do not go.
Right,
Like,
right.
But I was like,
We should not go there.
she's a small child who loves mermaids, and somebody was like, hey, there might be mermaids in there, and she's like,
I
done.
should probably get in the lake. What if I just
We will be friends, and then I could
I'll
become
probably
a
be-
mermaid.
yeah.
Like they just need to like kiss you on your cheek or something, and
This
then you
feels
become-
right.
Perfect.
You know what? Even if you have to bite me, like I get it. Like, what if you just have to like just look do a little nibble because then
It's not their fault.
Not
Yeah.
your fault.
They're customs. We can't judge them for that.
Yeah.
I really appreciated your phone calls with the sheriff. I enjoyed those.
I was like, she would just spew all of the information, and she would remember from her mother, who would be like, make sure you introduce yourself when you're talking to someone new on the phone.
Like such an unhinged phone call to receive as like a law enforcement officer. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. That guy wouldn't believe the kid.
I mean,
Oh,
he did
yeah,
keep hanging up on her,
mermaids.
but at least he
Okey-dokey.
kept answering the phone.
I think you
We didn't
can't,
have caller ID. It's very small.
Couldn't screen it.
or even. I think you can't not answer an emergency line,
That's a
like
very good
just
point.
in case. Like, yeah, this might be a like whatever this thing is that I think is a mermaid is eating my friend, and like maybe it's an alligator. We don't know. I should answer the phone just in case. Yeah. Anyway, you guys live by mermaids. Well, not anymore.
I also just love Rain's reactions to everything. It's so good. So
Did you
good and
guys
so
try
confused.
to bring a cat and or a baby chick home?
100%. Both in the backpack, they're cuddled up together.
Mhm.
I'm very interested if you could just each roll me a d6 and we'll see how good you were
Yeah.
at concealing that.
I got a 2.
Did you get a
You get
six?
The 6.
Nice.
Okay. Tree almost blew your cover.
Mm.
I just shoved Tree out into the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's in your hands?
I feel like
Nothing.
Mom said to Tree, "How was your weekend?" And Tree said, "We didn't bring home a cat."
My charm is 1, so that actually tracks.
And Kitty was like, "What? No!" Should have like got them up. So you now have these two animals up in your treehouse.
It's fine. A cat and a chick is a great
It's
combination.
a great
They're
combination.
best friends.
Not gonna be a problem whatsoever.
I mean, I'm sure they were barn cats. They're around the animals. It's fine.
Sure. I foresee this not being a problem
Mm.
at all in the future.
You can teach cats not to go after chicks. I mean, My mom only has to yell at her just a little bit every time there's new chicks, and they stop trying to hit them through the fish tank glass, which is where we keep chicks in the basement.
Sure.
In my real life.
This is all good.
Big old fish tanks. Yep.
Yeah, I feel good about it. Maybe you even fish tanked. You have a small, probably there are fish tanks at your place. Maybe with the 6, or even with Rain's help. Like, hey, in a moment of clarity, Rain was like, maybe they shouldn't be in the same space without some
Rain
sort
knows
of
animals.
Rain knows
like
animals.
Rain doesn't know people, but Rain knows animals.
And I think Miss Kathy knows about your hidden pets and is helping with like, we'll do some like, we'll figure out how to take care of them kind of a
I
thing.
think it's because we told her about the mermaids. We were able to
Yes.
give her vital information about the mermaids.
Yes. And she believed you 100%. Probably like outside of the commune, the only other adult that even gave you any sort of like, yeah, of course there are mermaids. I'm with you. I know what's up. And then like the after credit scene is Miss Kathy like flipping through her book of kills, like making notes about the mermaids and good. So earplugs, wax, maybe not so great, but like working on it.
But they also communicate, so it's not necessarily like they're bad. Be rid of them.
But like,
She like trying to transcribe the commune's sign language,
right?
into, like pictorial form.
Yeah, yeah.
Struggling
She's
with
like,
it.
gonna need a lot of more books. Here we go. Yeah, you know what? I would love. First of all, thank you all for being on the show and for bringing this wonderful game here. I really enjoy it. I would love to be a Brave Blossom at some point. We're gonna try it. Get there. But if you could, when I go around the table, I would love for you to tell me where we can find you on the internet. And then also if you have anything coming up, keeping in mind that obviously you all know that today is Friday the 17th. Because you know that. I'm gonna start with Kiley. Where can we find you? What do you got going on?
Hi, like I said before, my name is Kiley. I am a queer neurodivergent streamer. You can usually find me over at the channel I co-founded with my friend Mallory over at Homebrews and Homebodies. On the socials, I'm at Viking Mermaid. I'm super excited about mermaids. We don't have mermaids. I know we don't have any shows going on right now, but I do want to plug starting in December over on Femme Gamer Party. They do an event each year called In December, where much like Sarah, highlighting new games, maybe lesser known games, specifically by indie authors. And that's the whole month of December. I know I'm going to be possibly stream mastering and even playing some games. So definitely check that out. It's a good time. It's my favorite thing each year.
I love it. I can't wait. I think I might be bringing some games over. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
We'll see. Cool. Ellie, where can we find you? Do you have anything happening? What's up?
I write for DMDave. My adventure is going to be the one that was featured in the Badge Quest Kickstarter that Bob's got more details on, I'm sure, than I do. I just write things. I don't do logistics.
It's fair.
My writing pen name is Adventures A, but DMDave is the best place to find me.
Right. Awesome. All right, Bob, bring us home.
Bring us home. Not much going on. We will be at PAX Unplugged at the beginning of December.
Excellent.
So feel free to stop by our booth. We will have some demos going on of Badge Quest if you would like to play. We'll be in the RPG library. And the signups work a little bit differently where it's sign up that day. So first come, first serve. Whoever can show up at PAX Unplugged, the RPG library, can sign up and play some demos with our GMs and have a good time.
Yeah.
There's still time to pre-order Badge Quest. You can go you can go to the Kickstarter page. There's a nice big pre-order button on there as well. Or you can go to the Badge Quest backer kit and you can pre-order. We are still hopeful that the full shebang will be done in August or September of next year. But we are very close to having the quick start guide ready.
Yay!
Which is the complete rulebook, revised, adding more art, adding some more things, probably removing a lot of the scenarios and revitalizing a couple of them to make them a little bit more a guided tour instead of a two-pager. So the quick start guide will be available in December. So keep an eye out for that. And socials, I can be found at Bob_the_tree most places because somebody took Bob the tree from me.
No.
How dare they? So,
don't they know about tree?
They don't know.
Wow.
And people can buy the current Badge Quest book already, right? On the DMDave publishing website?
Yes.
It's this one.
The complete game book is available on dmdavepublishing.com. When the quick start guide becomes available, that will be the book that is available. So if you want, like, if you're a collector and you like to buy books that are going to go out of print and no longer be available, I would get the complete game book now because once they're out, they are gone.
And those 20 adventures, they're not.
They'll be gone. Be a completionist, everyone.
And there's lots of really great ones in there.
Yeah.
There's one about cat burglars.
Yeah.
Great.
So good. They're all really cute. I had a really hard time picking which one I wanted to run. I was like, oh, but this one's cool too. Oh, wait.
I was really glad you picked one that I haven't run because I run a monthly game.
Oh, cool.
I haven't used that one yet.
Yeah. Rad. I love that. I also really loved the Weeping Fog. I was interested in running that one too, where there was just a strange sentient fog that shows up. This is a very weird thing. It feels a little bit like if you combine the Twilight Zone with the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Just each one is like its own little episode, but also you sell cookies. So.
Mm-hmm. And I like that it's super easy to make new scenarios. I've been asking my players what toys they're most nostalgic about.
Oh.
So we had a Tamagotchi adventure. We did a Rubik's Cube prison that let out a demon that started a plague of ducks where the ducks would just duplicate every day until there's just exponential duck growth.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't mess with Rubik's Cubes. That's why you can't solve them. If you do,
demons inside.
Plague of ducks. Everybody knows. That's what happened on the commune. That's why Aspen had so many ducks. She solved her Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
She's stuck forever.
Stuck with the ducks.
Stuck with the ducks. That is the name of the adventure. Stuck with the ducks. Great. Is there anything else you want to tell me about the game before we clear out?
No, a lot of the big stuff was in the Kickstarter, which will be available for purchase as well. We're doing scenario books that once available, and we get them out to the Kickstarter backers first. They'll be available for purchase. We have a total of 5 scenario books coming out.
That's so many books. How many? How many are in each book? I
don't know if we've figured that out quite yet, but there'll be a good bang for your buck. There'll be plenty of content to run. The main hardcover will have, it's like your all-in-one book. So it has the rules, it has some good player options, a full-length mystery that Ellie wrote. So that'll be everything that you need to run. You don't have to buy any other books. But if you want some inspiration, you want some help, and like those types of things, we'll have the scenario books, as well as the field guide, which has all the player options that you can think of. So check out the Kickstarter. Everything on the Kickstarter will be available. Some things sooner than others. The quick start guide, the scenario books, those are going to be out sooner. So we'll have plenty of content out there. Check us out at conventions. We'll be at PAX Unplugged. We'll be at Origins. Actually, when this is being recorded, we're at Board Game Geek Con down in Dallas.
Oh, rad.
We'll be at Board Game Geek Spring in April. I think that's when that is.
Are you going to be at
Um,
GaryCon?
Dave will be at GaryCon, but we will not be exhibiting at GaryCon. So
Okay.
if you are at GaryCon and you want to meet Dave, look for him. He looks like a heavy metal horror movie fan with a battle jacket, wears all black. It's gonna be pretty hard to miss him.
You'd be surprised, actually. I think there's maybe that does describe
was gonna
several
say,
people
I
who
don't
will
know.
be who will be at GaryCon. So
That's
go
fair.
up to all of those people and say,
Yes.
Ask literally everyone.
"Are you DM Dave?"
Yep.
Just
That's kind of the joke that we have at conventions is where's DM Dave?
I love it. Love it. Cool. Well, thank you again so much for being here. I'm gonna wrap us up and take us out. I have a couple other thank yous. I would like to thank that rock guy. Thank you, DMDave, for making this cool game as if you reached into my brain and was like, this is customized just for you. Chef's kiss. Thank you to my partner and editor and personal tech support, Jeff, for making all of this look so pretty. Thank you to Marcus Mays over at Gen Con TV, who is our tech over there. Thank you to Gen Con and Peter Atkinson for giving me this platform and letting me like play around in all of these cool indie games. I really appreciate the trust that we have here. Thank you. We love you. Don't ever change. Thank you to all of my guests today. It's always so much fun to get to play in worlds that I haven't gotten to do yet. And I truly loved this one. Thought it was really rad. And thank you at home for watching. And as always, keep making art and keep being art. We'll see you next time.